Welcome to More Fanime. I'm your fan of More Anime. How's everybody doing today? Today we enter the next tournament here at More Fanime. Yes, if you've been following More Fanime's community tab on the More Fanime YouTube channel, you would know that we've been hosting the One Piece Ladies Tournament. Yes, and it is finally completed, and I couldn't wait another second before I came here and went over the results with you. I am your referee for this tournament. If I see some bullshit going on, I will call it. And I will move it out of the way. But this tournament was pretty straightforward. I gathered the 13 strongest, most impressive One Piece ladies from that franchise and had them draw names and fight it out. Again, you're thinking 13, right? In your head? You're thinking that? You're thinking, how do you have a 13-lady tournament? Well, thing is, the 13th contestant or fighter in this tournament got a direct shot, a direct route to the finals, actually. Thank you very much. I thought of it. I covered all my bases. Big Mom, I would say, reigning ladies champion from One Piece, one of the strongest characters in the entire verse, is getting a direct shot to the finals. So that means, really, 12 competitors are competing for 3 remaining spots for the finals, for the final vote, for the winner, for the strongest, the best female character in all of One Piece, and that's what we're doing. And this isn't about how you feel about the character. This is about who is the strongest and who will walk away with that crown on their heads. Let's just hop right into it. Rebecca from Dressrosa and Nami. Nami, someone who's had way more screen time than Rebecca, and she is also a member of the Straw Hat crew. She is one of the 3 main Straw Hats. If you consider Nami, Zoro, and Luffy are main Straw Hats, since they started the Straw Hat crew in a lot of ways, even though Nami technically didn't officially join until Arlong Park. So you could include Usopp and Sanji into the group and then Nami. So you could say she's part of the core members of the original Straw Hat crew. She's not necessarily the strongest member from that crew, but she is one of the smartest and has saved the crew from peril multiple times. Usually on the sea while she's doing her navigating. She has one of the best backstories in the entire series, but her opponent, Rebecca, has observation hockey, from what I'm told. I don't remember exactly reading that she had it in the book, but someone had mentioned to me that she has observation hockey, and I'll accept that as fact for right now. She's very good at defensive fighting. She's very good if their opponent is coming at her, and she can dodge, dip, and make them hurt themselves. She's good at that. And, she's good at putting in some work as well. She trained with her father for many years while he was a toy. So she has that going for her. But I don't think that her feats have been shown to the point where I think that she could legitimately beat someone like Nami. Someone who currently has the power of Zeus, who is one of Big Mom's little homies. And he took that, he as in Usopp took Nami's weather weapon, what's it called? The Climatact, and upgraded it. He upgraded the Climatact back at Zoe. It's stronger. It's like the power pole. If you think about it, it can go it's much longer now. It's much better in hand-to-hand combat now, defensively. And with the ability where it can stretch like the power pole from Dragon Ball, it can keep your opponent at bay, keep them away from you, push them away from you, because Nami is a distance fighter. She doesn't normally get up close with anybody. She used to back before she had the Climatact, but now she's learned that, distance is her friend in the battles. And with the power of Zeus at her side, she's got that her familiar there to back her up, to give her some help as well. And she's smart. She's very smart. Probably smarter than Rebecca. She spent many years studying the oceans. She had to be on her own for many years, just like Rebecca. But Rebecca did have her father as a toy to guide her along, where, you know, Nami was hated by her friends and family from the island that she's from, that I cannot remember. But she also had abuse from the Arlong crew to deal with while she was out trying to gather money. She had to go through just as much shiz as Rebecca did, in my opinion. She lost her mother. I mean, and Rebecca lost her mother, so they have that to bond over. But the results speak for themselves. Rebecca only getting a 6%. It's because she's a defensive fighter. That's how it is. She's a great character, but she's not going on to round 2. Round 1, match 2, though. We have Baby 5, who debuted at Punk Hazard, versus Zala, or Miss Doublefinger from Alabasta. Baby 5, one of the newer characters, and Zala, one of the older characters. Both antagonists of their arcs. Both have kind of redeemed themselves after their arc. Zala went off, I believe, with the remaining members of Baroque Works to start like a cafe or some shiz, according to the cover stories in the manga. And Baby 5 went off and got married and became like a princess or something. Baby 5's story, to me, is way more impactful than Zala's, because I really don't know much about her backstory. She didn't really get one. She did have a great fight with a Nami who still hadn't really mastered her Climatact, and the Climatact wasn't even jacked up with Skypea dials either, so she lost to a very rookie form of Nami, who kind of won on a fluke. So I honestly think that Zala would also lose to Baby 5, easily. Baby 5 got a 93%, while Zala only got a measly 7. She did better than Rebecca by a mere 1%, but I think that Rebecca would destroy Zala, Miss Doublefinger. I think that Miss Doublefinger is a neat-looking character, and her ability to I think she can create spikes out of her body, and she uses that ability in a variety of ways. But with the power Baby 5 has, which is OP as shiz, she can create weapons out of nowhere. She can turn her body into weapons. She can turn herself into a sword. She can turn into a missile and or gun, and blow herself up and completely destroy Zala and not cause herself any damage. The only way, and this 7% is the only way that Zala stands a chance against Baby 5, and that's if she can convince her to take herself out, like she almost did at Dressrosa. But it didn't happen. And I don't know if Zala would know that about Baby 5, her weakness, and if she would use it. She might just go for the kill with her spikes, thinking she's badass, just like she did with Nami, and Baby 5 would turn into a damn missile and explode, and there it is. There's the reason Baby 5 moves on to round 2. Tashigi, Tashigi, the swords woman, the lady who's been in a weird will they, won't they relationship with Zoro. And then you have Carrot, a top contender to join the Straw Hat Pirate crew someday. Definitely will be joining the Straw Hat fleet. Carrot is very strong. She dodged one of Zoro's attacks back at Zou. She was able to take Luffy down when Luffy ate one of her carrots. She's got the feats, and that's not even including her ability to transform into Sulong mode, which puts her on par, in my opinion, with some of the strongest characters in One Piece currently. She's able to, but Sulong mode only works when there's a full moon. So you have to use that asterisk in this fight. But you have Tashigi, who's also very powerful, has the ability of armament hockey. She was able to take down Monet, but with help from Zoro. So there is that asterisk in that fight. Tashigi has not been shown to be very powerful. She's able to compete with some tough SOBs, but nobody of note. she took down Monet, but Monet was distracted. And I think that if Monet wasn't distracted, she might have been able to take down Tashigi in a straight-up one-on-one. But I do believe that if Carrot had the power of Sulong mode, Tashigi would not even get the 31% that she has here. 31% is damn good. That means 1 out of 3 times these two girls fight, Tashigi would win. But Carrot would win 2 out of 3 times. That's 66.6% of the time or some shiz. And our girl Tashigi only got the 33.3% chance of winning, and it ain't happening today. And I agree, Carrot's just too fast, too strong. I think that honestly Carrot could win this fight without transforming. The way she was able to take down Luffy on the ship, even though he wasn't prepared to fight her at the time, the way that she was able to dodge Zoro's sword attack, and that's not even including her fights that have happened with real opponents like Perospero and Wano. So there are many feats that Carrot has had that Tashigi hasn't. Not saying that one day Tashigi might return to the story and have an amazing battle that shows us just how underrated she is, but today Carrot moves on to round 2. Alright, round 1, match 4. 2 top contenders, Perona and Boa Hancock. And I do believe that Perona made it to the finals of one of my villains tournaments. So she's no slouch. So I wanted to put her up against a really top contender in this ladies tournament, and that's Boa Hancock. Boa Hancock, one of the strongest females in the entire verse. She's in some of the movies and whatnot where she kicks ace, takes names, especially against someone like Bullet. If you remember from Stampede, she literally ran up his body to kick him in the face, if I remember correctly. She did very well at Marineford, whereas Perona was not at Marineford. Perona lost to Usopp in a 1v1, but Perona has her ability where she can literally take away your will to fight. Her negative ghosts, very great ability. And she can turn herself into an astro projection. But I think that Boa Hancock has this in the bag. I really do. This is the percentages we have. 20% for Perona. That's all she got, which ain't bad. But I think Boa Hancock's got this, and I think she could probably make... I do believe she could make Perona turn to stone as a last-ditch effort. The only way Perona could get this win if she got the jump on Boa and made her just feel completely negative and defeated. But you gotta remember one thing about Boa that you're all forgetting. The 20% of you that voted for Perona. Boa is beautiful. And that's why she wins this fight. Round 1, match 5. We have Monet and Reiju. Reiju, Sanji's sister. Monet, the girl I mentioned earlier in the Tashigi fight. Monet took on Zoro, of all people. Monet gave Luffy a run for his money with her snow fruit ability. You know, she tricked him. She's no dum-dum. She played an undercover character for a very long time around Law, a very smart guy. Got around him. I think Monet is underrated and underutilized in the story. She was killed early off, which is a rare sight in One Piece, so I let it go. And it's nice to see some rando deaths that make sense, and hers does. Caesar killed Monet. Monet is no longer in the story, whereas Reiju is. Reiju has skin that is like steel. She is a genetically enhanced human being. Thanks to her father, Judge, she is a successful experiment. As a child, she was able to kick ace. She's not the leader of the Germa 66 per se, but she ain't no weakling. She could take on some peoples. So she's the one. Reiju is moving on to round 2 with an 86%. Destroying Monet. I did think that Monet stood a chance when this match was put together, but I did think that Reiju was further into the story. She was shown to be able to deflect bullets. I guess the only thing that Monet has is she's a Logia, and Reiju, I don't know, it has the ability of armament hockey. Could she hurt a Logia? I think so. I mean, Luffy was able to hurt Crocodile with water, and you can basically use water on any Devil Fruit user to weaken them. So at worst case scenario, Reiju gets Monet and finds a way to guide her into some body of water to weaken her and take away her Devil Fruit ability, and then it's over. Round 1, match 6. We have Vivi and Nico Robin. I did try to only let women into this tournament who can really compete in a fight. I didn't include Dr. Kureha because I didn't think that she would stand a chance in round 1. I wanted everybody in round 1 to at least have a chance to win. And right here, Vivi only got a 7% against Nico Robin. Nico Robin, a member of the Straw Hat crew and one of the strongest members of the crew. She's smart as all heck, just like Nami is, but you could say even smarter. I mean, she's an archaeologist. She's been studying since she was a child. She's an assassin in a lot of ways. Like, all she would have to do with Vivi is get her neck and snap it like she does to many fodder soldier. She is more of an assassin, ninja-like fighter. She doesn't normally go one-on-one with somebody head-to-head, but when she does, she usually kicks ace, or she does team up with somebody like she did with Sanji in Film Gold, or Chopper at Thriller Bark. She's a great backup teammate for the more hand-to-hand combat type character. She can, contain the opponent with giant hands, or use her what's it called? Is it a slap of sorts, where she does the giant hand push attack? It's very cool. She got to train with the revolutionaries. I do believe she knows some fishman karate. Could be wrong, but I think she did learn some of that from from the revolutionaries. She got to work with Luffy's father to some extent, so she's got some skills. And I think that Nico Robin would wipe the floor with Vivi. And when Vivi left the crew, Robin joined the crew, which is kind of interesting, and is one of the reasons I wanted Vivi and Robin to go at it. I do believe Vivi is the weakest member in this entire tournament, but she's no slouch either. She really did do a lot. She was part of Baroque Works, just like Nico Robin was. She was Miss Wednesday. Miss All Sunday, of course, much stronger. She's basically the partner to Mr. Zero Crocodile, but Vivi was on their top 10s. She worked with Mr. 9, I believe, and she had her crazy little spinning yo-yo blade things that were pretty fun to watch. She had a good little bout with a lot of the lower members of the Baroque Work Army at Alabasta, but she can't compete with someone like Nico Robin, especially Nico Robin from Wano. Match 7, round 1. We have Bello Betty and Jewelry Bonnie. This was a little closer. This is a 32% to a 68%. Bello Betty we don't know much about, but her ability is very reliant on having other people at your side. Whereas Bonnie has been shown to fight on her own, and she has an ability that's very overpowered. She can turn anybody into a little child or a baby, or she can turn you into a very feeble old man or lady. And I do believe that she would find a way to get past Bello Betty, even though I do assume Bello Betty is no slouch in a hand-to-hand combat type of way. I assume she doesn't only rely on her ability to give people inspiration to keep fighting. But I do think Jewelry Bonnie, a member of the 11 supernovas, the worst generation, she can probably kick ace. She was able to go toe-to-toe with Bullet at the beginning of Stampede, which is, yes, a movie, but she is able to keep up with the supernovas. I don't know to what extent her hand-to-hand combat is, but I think she's faced. I assume she has some kind of hockey, but I also assume that Bello Betty has some kind of hockey. I do believe these numbers are correct. 32% Bello Betty. I'm sorry. Ain't gonna cut it here in the greatest ladies tournament in all of One Piece history. Sorry. Bello Betty, I don't know enough about you to fight for you, but Jewelry Bonnie has done some pretty cool, unique things, and her character is a mystery to me and many other members of the One Piece community, and I just want to know more about you. And I'm sure more people want to know more about Bello Betty, but I think that in the end, Jewelry Bonnie is going to be a much more impactful character when it all is said and done. Round 1, Match 8 is Alvida, the first female villain in all of One Piece, versus Aang, one of the, I wouldn't say the first female villain in One Piece movie history, but she's one of the most important female villains in One Piece movie history. She was able to keep up with a post-time skip Zoro. She lost to Zoro, yes, but who wouldn't lose to that gay? Have you seen how badass she is? She's a swordswoman, but also has some guns that she uses, and she's got a really overpowered devil fruit where she can turn ya into a child, or I think she reverts you 12 years every time she can touch you, something like that. Very similar to how Bonnie does her thing, but it only reverses time. Doesn't, go the other way. But if you knock her out, you can get your lifespan back to where you were. It's not a permanent thing as long as you can knock her out. But in a very close-ish match, you got Alvida very early in the story, almost really going toe-to-toe here with a 37%. And then you have Aang with a 63%. This girl really did have an amazing fight with Zoro. It was fun. If you haven't watched One Piece Film Z, please at least Google the fight between Zoro and Aang. I believe that's how you say it. I'm happy I included her. She's the only movie character in this tournament, but I like to pick characters from random worlds. She's from the world of One Piece, so I thought I'd give her a shot, and guess what? She showed up to play, and she's moving on to round 2. Round 1, match 9. We have Mozu and Kiwi versus Miss Valentine. This is the closest fight in the entire tournament. Closest battle. Didn't expect it to be this close. This was a specific decision for me, match 9, to include some characters that I personally like that I don't think people talk about enough. Mozu and Kiwi, the sisters in a lot of ways. They are sisters to each other, but sisters to Frankie. I allowed them to team up because they are kind of a pair, a duo. I allowed them to be a tag team in this tournament. They will work together throughout this tournament. And they took on Miss Valentine, one of my favorite underrated characters in the series. A character that was kind of written out of the story and probably won't be seen again in the anime. Maybe a cover photo here and there, but that seems to be it for Miss Valentine. I thought her design was great. I think that her ability was very fun, how she's like a very little lady, but she has the power of the kilo fruit, which she can become like 1,000 kilos and just crush people. I love that she has the umbrella type look. She's got the lemons all over her outfit. The design took it for me for sure. Her character was fun. It wasn't really fleshed out, but her pairing with Mr. 5, I think that they were a better duo than Miss Christmas and Mr. 4. But I think that Miss Valentine and Mr. 5 did get more screen time than Mr. 4 and Miss Christmas, so there's that. And the crazy thing is, this fight here, all the way up to the finish, was 50-50. 50-50 percentage-wise. At the very end, Mozu and Kiwi pulled it ahead at 53%. But that's insanely close, and you know me, your referee, I couldn't just let Miss Valentine go out like that. She still had plenty of stamina. It was only a loss at a 48%. That's huge. She could literally win this battle, and it's not only that, she was facing two women. Mozu and Kiwi, two women who use swords. They've been, working with Frankie their whole lives. They know how to scrap. They don't have a devil fruit ability. I don't think they're as good of a fighter as Miss Valentine, who was a literal assassin. So I'm allowing it. I'm moving it. I'm moving both of them on to round 2. Because it was so close, because Miss Valentine decided to come to me, the referee, and say, hey, it's only 48%. I was only off by 2%. Give me another shot. Let me go to round 2. I'll prove it. I'll prove it to you. I'll prove it to y'all that I'm going to win this tournament. So both ladies move on. Or all three ladies if you count Mozu and Kiwi as 2, which I do, but they're competing as what? Round 1, match 10. I wasn't sure if I'd include her in this tournament due to her not being necessarily a fighter, but she has one hell of a devil fruit ability, and that is Sugar versus Kalifla. Yes, Kalifla! The member of CP9, the one who beat the shiz out of Sanji because he wouldn't fight a woman, which is fair, but she did beat the absolute shiz out of Sanji. She almost beat Nami if she wasn't playing with her damn food. But you got Sugar. Sugar isn't the biggest opponent. She's not physically dangerous in a lot of ways, but if she can get her hands on you, if she can touch you just once, you're done. You're done, son. She'll come in with that sugar devil fruit ability and turn you into a toy. I think it was the hobby fruit. Remember, she did this crazy, like, almost on the Tentatas and turn them all into toys. Not only will she turn Kalifla into a toy with the 69% win, but she'll make people forget that she ever even existed and make Kalifla her personal toy slave, which is scary as all heck. In a lot of ways, Sugar is one of the most frightening villains in the entire series, and she totally earns the spot in this tournament and totally earns her spot in round 2. Round 1, match 11. Miss Monday, a personal favorite of mine, Miss Monday from Whiskey Peak, takes on Koala from the Revolutionary Army. This fight might have been the biggest dominating fight of all time. I'm not even going to play around. Personally, I allowed Miss Monday to enter this tournament, even though I knew she didn't stand a chance. And now that I'm thinking about it, Vivi could probably beat Miss Monday as well. Maybe Miss Monday and Miss Wednesday should have faced each other in this tournament. That's my bad. As a referee, I'll take that blame. But I don't think either one of them would win the damn thing anyway. But I wanted Miss Monday in this tournament because I think she's one of the most underrated characters. Her design was unique for the female characters in One Piece. She was a big bodybuilder type assassin lady. She was one of she was a day woman, whatever it's called, whatever the Baroque works. She was named after a day. She was Miss Monday, one of the first days in the week, in the entire week. And she's not a weakling. But she got crushed by Zoro in her first major fight in the series. And then she did, show some honor and respect to Vivi when she tried to protect her from Mr. Five and Miss Valentine. But she lost then and there as well, but she didn't die. She didn't die. She went on and had a child with Mr. Nine, if you didn't know. But she hasn't really been seen since. And she loses pretty badly here with a 3%. At least Vivi got a 7. So Koala from the Revolutionary Army probably just hit her with a good fishman karate type move. Boom. Out of the ring. Winner Koala. Moving on. Oh yeah. Koala I don't know enough about, but I know she knows Fishman Karate, and I'm assuming she has some form of armor in hockey after working with the Revolutionary so long. She's one of their top diggity dogs. She's got a great backstory as well with Fisher Tiger and Arlong and Jimbei. There's so much more with Koala than there is Miss Monday. Miss Monday's just somebody who captured my heart in her arc. Final match of round 1. Ulti from Wano and Ivanov in her female form from first appearance was in the Impel Down arc. And she also competed in the battle at Marineford. She is no slouch. Ivanov is one of the strongest characters in the entire series, has the ability to change anybody's gender at will, can amplify her own power with hormones. She's pretty powerful. And even if she gets taken down by Ulti, even if she gets her skull cracked like she did to Usopp and somehow he kept moving, even if that happened, even if that occurred, I think that Ulti did get a solid 36%. Ivanov moves on as our final contestant, moving on to round 2. Let's get in it. Let's get into round 2 right here, right now. But before we do, don't forget to like and subscribe to more Fanime. Here we go. Round 2, match 1. We're going to blow right through these people. Nami versus Baby 5. 12%. For a big Baby 5. Nami, one of the main members of the Straw Hat crew, who has just gotten stronger and stronger and smarter throughout the entire series. The only chance Baby 5 has is if she can just lop her damn head off by turning her hand into a damn axe, or shoot her with a gun arm of sorts. But I think Nami can use her ability to create mirages and come out of nowhere and just electrocute the shiz out of Baby 5. She can mentally manipulate Baby 5. Baby 5 is mentally broken. She could probably get manipulated by Nami, who has manipulated people with, I would say, less strength. So Nami whole-handedly, 88%, which I consider a perfect percentage here in this fight. She would probably win this fight 9 times out of 10. Baby 5, strong in her own right, not today, goes down. And I honestly would like to see this fight in the actual anime. This would have been a fun 1v1 that I think I would have enjoyed. I do believe Nami does hit her with a thundercloud of sorts when they're trying to escape Punk Hazard. So Baby 5, I'm sorry, but Nami's just too crafty. Round 2, match 2, Carrot. Sulong Carrot. I'm giving her everything in this fight. I think that regular Carrot could beat Tashigi in her regular form, but I think Sulong Carrot is needed for this fight. To take on Boa Hancock, that's the only way. That's the only way that Carrot stands a chance. The only way that Carrot has that 11%. But you're taking on a Warlord of the Sea. A former Warlord of the Sea, yes, but a major player. A very strong character. A character who doesn't get enough screen time. Boa Hancock could probably wipe the floor with most of the contestants in this tournament, I'll be honest. I knew that she was going to be a top diggity dog, and I think that she could turn Carrot into stone. Carrot doesn't have that mental fortitude to fight through that. Even if Sulong mode makes her so rabid that she can't be turned to stone, fucking Boa Hancock is fast as all heck. She has her love pistol. She has her ability to kick people in the head and turn it into stone like she did at Marineford. That's all it would take. That's all it would take. I do think that Carrot has a better chance in Sulong mode than 11%, but the chances that the moon would be out are very rare, and I'm giving it to her. I'm giving her Sulong, and I still think Boa Hancock wins this battle and moves on to round 3. Round 2, match 3, we got Nico Robin versus Reiju. I was worried here. I was worried going into this fight. I thought, best girl Nico Robin's going to lose this fight because Reiju is the sister of Sanji. She is very powerful. She's been powerful since birth. She's naturally gifted. Nico Robin, a very strong opponent. But I think after watching Nico Robin beat Black Maria, I think she's got this one. I think that Nico Robin has got this one. If she's got to create her hands to grab on to Reiju, yes, I know if you damage one of the hands, it also damages the original. It damages Nico Robin. But Nico Robin could use her abilities to create clones, to distract Reiju, which could disappear at the last second, giving Nico Robin the moment she needs to grab Reiju around the neck and snap it, if she's got the strength to do so. Or get some type of weapon that can pierce the skin of Reiju. I think this fight's closer than 14% to 86%. I think that Nico Robin could win this fight more times out of 10 than Reiju. I do. But I think Robin deserves this win. I think Reiju could win this fight probably 4 times out of 10, but 6 times out of 10 ain't bad for Nico Robin. That's where I would put this percentage. I would have put Nico Robin 60%, Reiju 40%, because she's quick, she can fly, she's got the power of poison. There's a good chance that both these women get knocked out in some way, shape, or form, but I don't think Nico Robin's going to go out without taking Reiju with her, and in this case here, in this battle here, Nico Robin wins and walks away, moving on to round 3. Round 2, match 4. Julie Bonnie and Aang. Both of them have the power to make people younger again, but Jewelry Bonnie has the power to get older. So even if Aang was able to touch Jewelry Bonnie and turn her back into a child, all she would have to do is use her Devil Fruit ability and make her whatever damn age she wants. And then she would whole-handedly whoop her ace, because I do believe Bonnie is probably just as skilled in hand-to-hand combat as Aang. And she would easily win this 9 times out of 10, just like the results show. 90% for Bonnie. Moving on to round 3. Sorry, movie character, non-canon character, I'm assuming. Get out of here. Round 2, match 5 is a triple threat match. Really a fatal 4-way, but 2 of the members are working together, because we have Mozu and Kiwi, who barely won their fight with Miss Valentine. We have Miss Valentine, who's been giving a second chance in round 2. And then we have Sugar. Sugar, the girl who can turn anybody into a toy, and then you just forget about him. You forget that moment even really happened. You have Sugar, who is a tough lady, and she's not an idiot, but she has to be protected. She's kind of fragile. You get her with one good shot or scare her, she's knocked out. Her whole power system's done for, just like with her versus Usopp. But I do believe the results are right here, and the only way they could get her is if they realize that her ability, how it works, keep their distance. But I think Mozu and Kiwi aren't smart enough to do that. They're smart ladies, but I don't think they would figure that out. The strategy it would take to team up on Sugar wouldn't work there. And then you have Miss Valentine in the fight as well, getting her second chance and not accomplishing it with only an 8%. Mozu and Kiwi working together might stand a chance against her. A 1 time out of 10 if they were able to use a piercing attack where they attack Sugar from both sides. Maybe get her distracted so she doesn't realize she's being pickled in. And then they both come at her with their swords at a distance. That's the only way. They skewer Sugar with their blades. That's the only way. But according to these results, Sugar was able to use the rivalry that Kiwi and Mozu developed between Miss Valentine in their round 1 fight against them, and come up to them, act like a scared child, and turn them all 3 into toys. And Sugar moves on to round 3. I honestly didn't think that Sugar was going to make it this far, but I was also worried that the votes would all just give Sugar the wins, because that she's got that hack Devil Fruit, that OP Devil Fruit ability. But I know there's some ladies here that will absolutely destroy her. Koala versus Ivanov. This was huge. Koala, probably a student of Ivanov, and probably has so much respect for her that she might not actually go all out. But I think Ivanov, who's got the veteran mindset, would just pick Koala apart. With a 76%, the only chance that Koala has in this 24% is if she's able to use her Fishman Karate, which she's adept at. She's not a master at it. And maybe knock fucking Ivanov out of the ring, but that's about it. I think Ivanov would come up, change Koala's gender, throw her off proportionally, and just kick her. Maybe if you change Koala's gender, would she be technically eliminated from the tournament? I don't know. Here we go. Round 3, match 1. Boa Hancock versus Nami. Boa Hancock wins. I'm not even going to try and defend Nami. It's true. She would turn Nami into stone, or she would just kick her in the damn head with a little bit of armament hockey or some conqueror's hockey. Whatever it would take. Nami's just not at that level. She is not at warlord status yet. One day maybe, but not today. Round 3, match 2, Jewelry Bonnie versus Nico Robin. Remember, the winners of this fight here, they're going to the finals. And Nico Robin, surprisingly enough to me, beats Jewelry Bonnie. Nico Robin beats a member of the Worst Generation. She beats somebody with a huge bounty. But we don't really know enough, in my opinion, about Jewelry Bonnie's fighting skills. But she, like we said before, she was able to compete with Bullet for a hot minute in Stampede, so that's some speed there. But Nico Robin's crafty, just like her, so they're both very crafty. They're both big brain here. But, you know, Nico Robin's got some very deadly abilities. She can use her hands to snap her neck, but Bonnie would all she'd have to do is touch one of Nico Robin's fake hands and turn her original body into a child or an old lady, and then come up and kick her in the head. So that's where I think this is wrong. 13% versus a 87% win for Nico Robin. I think Jewelry Bonnie's way stronger than people are giving her credit for. But since Nico Robin is my favorite female character in all of anime, I'm going to allow it. No red card here. Nico Robin is moving on to the finals, and I am so proud because I honestly wasn't sure if she would. And I'm very happy that she did. Final match of round 3, Ivanov versus Sugar. Sugar has been tearing it up. But I agree with this. 69% for Ivanov versus Sugar, who has the ability to turn her into a toy. But Ivanov is very smart. She works with Dragon, of all people. She would defeat her. Even if she got turned into a toy, I could see Ivanov finding a way to fight back. I guess the only way is if Sugar remembers to make them sign the contract where they can't hurt her. So the only option Sugar would have, like she has had in every fight in this tournament, is turn them into a toy. So, yes, I think Ivanov would win. I do. I agree. I do agree with this 69%. 69. This is it. This is it. There's 2 rounds to these finals, and we're going to go over them right here, right now. The finalists, Ivanov, Nico Robin, and Boa Hancock. Some of the strongest ladies in the entire world of One Piece. And you can all agree. If I missed a lady, please let me know in the comments. The only one I could think of is Smoothie from the Whole Cake Island arc, but I felt like her mother, Big Mom, covered that bases. Big Mom here is our 4th contestant in the finals. And she wholehandedly destroys Ivanov, Nico Robin, and Boa Hancock. Ivanov only getting a 3%. Nico Robin only getting a 15%, and Boa Hancock surprisingly only getting a 14%. While Big Mom coming in here and taking all their souls, their lifespans, and just wiping the floor with them. I'm assuming Nico Robin just couldn't snap her neck, and she would just be grabbed and just her soul ripped out of her body. And then you have Ivanov just not able to do any damage to Big Mom. Big Mom's just such a force of nature. She is the strongest female character. She wins this tournament at 68% and didn't even have to compete in any of the opening rounds, but really she's been our reigning champion for a very long time, since her debut in the series. I think Boa Hancock, in a lot of ways, is the only one who stands a chance out of these 3. So, what I did was Big Mom wins and she's the reigning champ. I wanted to see where these 3 contestants that fought their heart outs, they worked their asses off to entertain you guys. And I think that these 3 deserved one more shot at getting that 2nd place. Big Mom, yes, you win the tournament. One question here down below. Do you think if Ivanov, Nico Robin, and Boa Hancock worked together as a team, they could take out Big Mom? I think they could. I do. I do think as a trio, if they knew each other's abilities, if they allowed a veteran like Ivanov, lead them and use Boa Hancock's OP ability to turn Big Mom possibly into stone, or Nico Robin's ability to create doubles and hands out of nowhere to snap necks or stab people in the throat, I think they could find a way out of no way to win. And then you have the hormone boosts that Ivanov could give to Boa and Nico Robin, give them a little more power, and they can get back up again. It would be a damn good fight. But this is it. This is the finals of the people who actually competed in the tournament proper. Nico Robin, Boa Hancock, Ivanov, Lady Form. Who walks away? Who earned the respect? Who is the best female character in One Piece? Drum roll, or strongest, I guess. Boa Hancock earns the second place in this tournament. And she worked her ass off. She had to fight Nami. She had to fight Carrot. I mean, she had a lot of major battles here and walked away the champ. I don't think that she would lose to Sugar. I don't think she would lose to really anybody in this tournament. I think that her best competition would probably be somebody like Reiju or Nico Robin. But I think even Nico Robin couldn't catch Boa Hancock off guard. Nico Robin is the only one, I believe, has a chance to beat Boa Hancock, but I don't think Nico Robin has a chance to beat Big Mom. But I do think that Boa Hancock has a chance to beat Big Mom. Very slim chance. According to you guys, a 15% chance of beating Big Mom, even if you take Boa Hancock's 14%. You take the 3% of Ivanov and you would add it to Nico Robin, it would only be a 32% chance of beating Big Mom, and that's just not enough. Big Mom is our champion, but Boa Hancock put on a show. And Nico Robin proved why she's one of the best characters in the entire Straw Hat crew. And Ivanov did a damn good job kicking ace, taking names throughout the entire tournament. This is More Fanime. What did you think? Did you see that coming? I did not believe that Big Mom was just that powerful, but she really is. Whew. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll talk to you later.